So today, guys, we do not only have the new mode to play test and stuff, I already did a video about it, but we also have an update that it's pretty interesting, okay? So we have multiple things here, just gonna, show some of them, but there is one that will make you, American main, very happy, okay? So yeah, there was a bug with the SUFA, with the GBU-15 Seeker, locking onto the ground and not to the target, and it didn't, actually locking to the target and not allowing you to switch the cameras or something like that. Automatic explosions of the APKWS with the AV8Bs, TWS losing locks for some reason or losing detections, right? Multiple interface bugs and small little things that were just happening here and there with names, with IRCM stuff, with many things. And even they actually are in the air arcade and realistic battles, as well as ground battles, which is pretty good in arcade. Hopefully in ground as well. In realistic as well. Hopefully they do that in the future. They are basically reducing the the minimum battle rate of vehicles lineups that require the anti-cheat. So basically it was 11.0, now it's 8.0, which is kind of insane in my opinion. It should be in every single thing, so I might be misreading this, but anyway, so many changes. But look at this. The AGM-179, the power of the fragmentation field has been increased and made comparable to the larger caliber ATGM. So we're going to test this. And before we get to the test, look at this. Zabi even found that these missiles, they are basically going to... before it was basically the Hellfire one. Now it is the same as the Hellfire one. So the amount of sharpnel is increased. The angles are widened. Range increased, penetration increased, damage increased. So overall, guys, and even explosive damage, offset and radius increased. So overall, the AGM-179, the new helicopter missile that the US has, is now going to do a lot more damage, penetration, everything. Okay, with the sharpnel inside after the proper penetration, not the penetration. You get the point, right? So let's look at this thing, okay, guys? So here we are with the AGM-179, and we're gonna fire on these targets over here. If you remember, actually, before, these missiles, they would be pretty good, but they wouldn't kill the target with one shot, right? It was rarely something that would happen. So let's see what it actually does. Of course, in flight parameters and everything, and even, like I said, the armor penetration will be the same. What it actually changes is the inside the tank damage, right? There we go, guys. There we go. As you can see, killing the tank with one shot. Let's see. It was something that it was basically impossible to do before. Let's see. Again over here. Is it? It is weird. This is the laser one. Sorry. Yeah, it's killing every single target with one shot. Look at this. I forgot that I was using the laser one together here, but this is crazy, man. This is actually doing one-shot kills in tanks. Am I actually getting to a match to see if I can do this in a real match? Look at this, man. This is much better. Much better. Holy Jesus, it's nothing. Before it was nothing compared to this. Seriously, it's crazy. Let's wait for the actual spawn there. Let's try it again. It will do the same result, but just to... Let's see. It was pretty much impossible to do this. One-shot kills like this. Yeah, that wasn't a one-shot kill, but okay. So, out of 4 targets, 2 of them didn't get killed. So... it's not 100%, but it's much better. You're getting a lot more one-shot kills. So, yeah, guys, basically this is it. I'm not gonna get to a match. You just get the point, right? The vehicle is now with a lot more fragmentation, a lot more damage than it did before, basically, right? Which is great to hear. Because this missile was... I'm not gonna say that it was problematic because it's still a fire and forget missile that is pretty insane, but for example, the Lemur, for example, the LMUR, right, for the Russians, for example, the CM502, they were much better than this. Now I think they are more on the same part. Maybe the LMUR is still better because it's just a massive warhead. But at least you have more missiles, right? But at least now you're gonna be able to do some things as well, right? Which is great. Very good, man. I like this. Yeah, see, I mean, it's not gonna kill the target, but you can see that it's doing more damage than it was doing before. And of course, we can even check it out over here, right? If we go to the, like, let's take a T-90, for example, which is one of the main battle tanks of the Russians. We're gonna go to the armor and protection analysis. And we're gonna go to the missile over here. So let's take a look, right? Yeah, I've honestly, I would need to actually look at the past on how it was before. But it has a more broader pattern, a more wider pattern. And of course, like I said, it is doing not only that, but a lot more penetration as well. You can see that it penetrates even on like below the tank there, right? So normally it will hit with like kind of an angle like this in the middle here. So as you can see, it is penetrating a lot. It's not killing everybody. It's not killing the tank, as you see. But it's doing something, right? It's doing more damage, I feel like. But yeah, I see that a lot of the bridge is just taking a lot of the heat over here. See, I mean, I still believe, guys, that it should be a hit, like, it should be a kill. Like, for example, here, I don't know if it's exploding any ammo, but for example, here, imagine such a large missile hitting. I mean, here it killed both, but from before, it was just damaging like, it was just hurting the guy there, right? So, I mean, look at it. I mean, this guy is dead in real life, isn't it? It's kind of weird, but it would be like that, right? If we take a look on a larger tank, let's see a Challenger, for example, I would imagine that you will see kind of the same happening, especially since the like it's larger, this tank, right? Yeah, but it would kill the tank, right? So I don't know. In the T-90, the bridge is just absorbing everything in the middle of the tank. I'm trying to fire where, I mean, this would be a kill. So that's where I think that's the thing, guys. At a general perspective, you would seem that you need to kind of, it depends on the target. Like I said, the T-90 has such a large breach and such a very small, you know, inner bits of the tank. That would mean that the missile, the breach, always absorbs everything. See, I mean, I'm just shooting at the breach, like center of mass over here from above, and yeah, it's killing every single time. But if you go to the T-90, it's not doing that. So Russian tanks, for some reason, the bridge will absorb a lot of the stuff. Let's see a T-80 over here, for example, just to see if it's not only the T-90s, right? But in a general perspective, I feel that it is a bit better. It is. It's just that there's these little things that happen in War Thunder that are very weird. See? I mean, look at this. Again, nobody got killed. But because the breach absorbed everything. And the breaches on the other ones, they didn't do that. See? Nobody's getting killed. So the breach here is so large compared to the size of the turret that it's absorbing. But in my opinion, it should be a hit kill no matter what. I mean, at least killed one of the guys there. But, you know, because look at the amount of explosive that this thing has penetrating. How can this guy be alive? I don't know. I have a feeling that the bridge, I mean, the bridge would be destroyed indeed. But wouldn't it actually, I mean, it's a very large missile, man. I'm not even talking about the driver. I'm talking about the commander over here getting killed. You know, or the gunner, whatever. It's the commander, right? I think. Yeah, I think it's the commander. But you get the point, right? It's a bit weird. So the Russian tanks have a strange ability to just the bridge absorbing everything, while the other nations maybe don't have that. I mean, this wouldn't happen. You wouldn't fire on an Abrams normally, right? China is receiving an Abrams apparently. So, but anyway, just for you to check it out. Let's see if this thing can take the punch as well. Yeah, this would be an insta kill as well. So For the Abrams, for the Challenger, for the Leopard, they're all gonna get killed very easily. Okay, but the T-Series, because of the breach is absorbing everything, and it's making sure that the commander stays alive, which is very odd. But of course, it depends on where I'm shooting over here. Maybe if I shoot, I don't know what is the angle that this thing actually like tries to penetrate the tank. Maybe it's the angle. I mean, it's a top-down attack that it does, but at the same time, it feels like it isn't like something that is gonna be too big, right? So yeah, let's see with an angle that it's like real top-down attack. Still is happening, see? The breach is still taking all the damage. It's killing some. I mean, look at this. It didn't even kill one of them. So, a bit weird, I gotta say. A bit weird. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything. But it is a bit weird, isn't it? So, just for you to understand that the Russian tanks have a strange ability to absorb everything. I mean, sometimes it will kill everything. See? Even the driver. It depends very much on where you shoot here. So, just don't be surprised if this happen with some Russian tanks. Okay? So I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye guys. See you.